Hey, med students, it's your friendly neighborhood doc here, and tonight we're going to talk about Feral issue 10. So this is written by Tony Fleecs with art by Trish Forster and Tone Rodriguez. And this continues the story of Elsie, Lord, and the other cats that are trapped in this house with this old woman who is apparently caught the rabies that the cats have been dealing with for the past little while. Now it seems like it can transfer to humans. And this story just keeps getting more and more feral and visceral, pun intended, as it goes along. Because it's almost like The Walking Dead, and you can make a very innocent mistake and it can cost your entire family, all of these other cats, it can cost them their lives. And so it's so much deeper than just a story about cats, just a story about animals. Instead, it's a story about the choices that one makes in their life and how that affects those around them. So as you go through and read this book from issue 1 all the way until now, you get an understanding that this world is so much larger than what you expected. It's so much more nuanced. It's so much greater in scope than what you thought you were coming to see. And at the end of it, you get a cliffhanger ending that leaves a bunch of the cats that were in this one little coven, I'll call them. You don't really know what's going to happen to them. Because at the end of the last issue, it seemed like the lady that was taking care of them had ulterior motives, but it also seemed like something terrible happened to her. So we're not really sure where this was going to go. And then you get this issue, and it continues, and all of a sudden the woman wakes up. And that's not good for these cats. Because even though she claimed, I guess people thought that she was the crazy cat lady or whatever. When it comes down to it, she was trying to take care of these cats, but now that this rabies has infected her, then she's not thinking clearly. And she was just holding all of these cats pretty much in captivity, with nowhere for them to go. So to see the story of how these cats have been treated, or mistreated as it were, it's just heartbreaking. It really is. We've got 4 of our own here at the house, and we love those little critters. My little buddy Percy is I've never had any real kids, and so Percy is almost like my own little boy. I love him to death, and I would do anything to protect him. And these cats here, they'll tug at your heartstrings. Whether it's cats or stray dogs, which was the precursor to this, that story will tug at your heartstrings if you love animals. And this one, though, is an ongoing, whereas Stray Dogs was only a 5-issue mini. And this one seems to have a lot more legs to it, so I think that was the right decision to make it an ongoing, so that they get to tell this entire story of these cats and find out exactly what's going on with them and how this plague is growing and mutating and, like I said, coming from cats into humans. So if you hadn't had a chance to read this book yet, I would recommend that you go out and pick up the first trade and then see if you can find the other, I guess it'll be 4 issues in individual floppies. But it's absolutely amazing, the story that these creators have come up with. The artwork in here looks almost like a Disney or a Don Bluth animated movie. There you go. And so you get drawn in and kind of remember what those animated movies looked like back in the day. And through all of that, through the symbiosis of the art and the story, you get one of the best comic books that has been produced in the past year. And I'm looking forward to see where it goes in 2025. So thanks again for coming to class, med students. Enjoy the time off for the rest of this evening, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Again, this was Feral Issue 10 by Tony Fleecs, Trish Forster, and Tone Rodriguez.